Our next guest of the pod is coming from just south of Boston. We're wicked excited to have her on. She is running for the Dana Farber Cancer Institute in this year's Boston Marathon. Ann King, welcome to the On the Runs podcast. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I really can't complain. Can't complain. Sun was out today, so it's a good day.
Well, the
That's
sun was out,
right.
but so was the wind. So
Yeah, it's real cold.
I will
Real cold.
take it back. I don't want it.
Hit
Are
that
you
shit
getting
hard.
as much snow as we are? We're up here just north of New Hampshire. You're just south
Oh,
of Boston.
oh yeah. We actually not too bad. Like there was a decent amount of rain, so that's washed out a good amount of it. But we still got a good coating. It's all
Mm.
ice though. It's 100% ice.
Oh no.
So yeah.
Well, we're all in the same boat. We're all cold and miserable, but hopefully the warmer weather is on the horizon,
Yeah.
especially looking towards the 2025 Boston Marathon.
Yes. Yes.
And we know like training for this race. Let's get right into it. Training can be brutal because it's winter, it's cold, it's windy. Are you an indoor runner right now, or are you doing all your runs outside?
So I actually prefer to run outside. I overheat
Bless you.
very easily. So I'm like in the dark, in the cold, like in the morning, like that is my jam. But like real talk, my dog is a puppy and I was getting changed 2 weekends ago for a long run and he peed outside the door and I slipped on that pee and I banged my knee real hard. So,
No.
oh yeah, so I've been on the treadmill like power walking uphill and half shuffling to try and, get back, keep the fitness up, but hopefully we've got enough time and enough runway to get me back on track. But man, the thing really hurts.
Oh, well, just take it
So,
easy. Keep doing like some light work and just let
yes,
yourself heal. That's going to be the most important thing because we know you're going to get to this finish line no matter what,
yes,
but you want to
yes,
do it in the best health you can be.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. So,
Well, let's learn about you real quick. Like, let's get the
sure.
quick bio. I can already tell, like, you're awesome. You got so much cool
She's
energy, a
got the
great
attitude. She's
vibe.
got it. She's
You're
bringing it
just
for
like
eight
me with the
o'clock at night.
kids and like doing like just running around all the time, and you got
Yes,
dogs. So let's get
yeah,
the quick Ann King bio. Ann King
yeah.
bio.
17. So I'm 45 years old. I work full time. I make jewelry on the side. I am a current stage 4 breast cancer patient. Been living with stage 4 breast cancer for just over 8 years in active treatment. And really, it wasn't until the height of the pandemic, about 5 years into my diagnosis, that I decided that let's run a marathon. So that's kind of the short
And
version.
this is that
Damn.
marathon, this
Damn,
Boston
Aunt.
Marathon.
This is my fourth Boston Marathon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot. I don't know if you've heard of us before, but every October we have this series we do, Breast Cancer Awareness Month
Yes.
series. And now I know when I want you back because and don't give me all the details yet because I want it in October, but
Sure.
wow. So you're still in active treatment?
Yeah. Yeah. I am really lucky. When I was diagnosed, at 36, my daughter was a year and a half years old, and it blindsided completely. I felt, I saw some dimpling in my breast, and I kind of knew in my gut right away that there was something wasn't right. I actually was
Mhm.
training to get back into shape to have a second baby, and I noticed some pain in my sternum and then also the dimpling in my breast. And so I actually went immediately to the doctor. I was like, "This is something's not right."
Mhm.
And they diagnosed me what's called de novo. So when I was diagnosed, it means that it had already spread to my liver, my bones, and obviously in my breast and in my lymph nodes. So went on treatment immediately. Lost my hair, got really sick. And what happens when you're stage 4 is one of two things happens when you're on treatment. Either the side effects become so great that you can't manage them,
Mm.
or the cancer finds its way around and you have to make a shift. And so mine was the former. So I was having a lot of neuropathy in my hands and in my legs. And so we decided to drop one of the drugs, and I have been on that same treatment line since then. So I'm very, very lucky. Very, very lucky.
Oh,
So
and that is such a scary thing to have to go through. But even just meeting you, I can tell you are so strong. And just going full circle, your choice of charity for the Boston Marathon, Dana Farber, it is
yeah.
just such a connection and so wonderful. Did they provide your treatment? Is that why you're running for them?
Yeah, so it's a way for me to give back to an
Yes.
organization that has given me so very much. So I had been, height of the pandemic, was running with a friend outside. I was never a runner. I was always a swimmer.
Mhm.
And so was talking with my friend, and I ended up going and talking with my oncologist about it. And I was like, is this something I could even do? Like it's in my bones, I have all of these treatments that are trying to help, help heal and mend and address the cancer. And obviously, the type of cancer that I have is estrogen receptive. So basically, you have to suppress the estrogen in order to kind of help kill the cancer.
Mhm.
And so that put me into menopause right away. So I'm like operating with this like really old lady body and everything. But my oncologist was like, no, you can go for it. You can do it. And so she kind of, I think she also put a call in a little bit, like there's this crazy girl that like kind of wants to run a marathon, like give her a spot kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And so I joined the team, and I did it. And what an amazing experience. It's like nothing. And you guys know, like, it's like nothing else to run a marathon like that. But in what I was going through, it was just so, I couldn't imagine the emotion that is tied into that. And
Mhm.
so felt the need to like do it again and do it again. And now I'm hedging on just approaching $100,000 raised for Dana Farber cumulatively. So
Wow.
yeah,
Amazing.
so I mean, that's why you do it, like that money goes to innovative cancer research. That's what you need. So yeah.
Oh, I applaud you. Those are incredible numbers that you've raised with like from the past few years. Like
Yeah.
it's mind-blowing, but
Yeah.
congratulations, and I love that you feel like you want to give back to the people who gave you so much.
Yeah.
So these are our Boston Marathon fundraising episodes where we're helping everyone who's fundraising to like pump their tires. And you've raised close to $100,000, as you said. So tell us some of your tips and tricks to fundraising for a world major marathon like the Boston Marathon.
Yeah, it's hard. I- you really have to tell your story and really make it real. And I just posted something recently about, it was a picture of my daughter Ruby, who was a year and a half at that time. And when you get those Google photos that come up, like, see this
Yeah.
photo, and it came up, and I was like, oh my gosh, Ruby was only a year and a half then. And it, to me, talking about what it was like then, and when you think about this is such a heavy diagnosis, and trying to navigate that, like, okay, where do I go? Who am I talking to? What other things do I need to do? Then you layer in, am I going to work anymore? What am I going to do with my daughter when I'm going to treatment? How am I going to feel after this treatment? Because these side effects can be so much, like, am
Mhm.
I going to be able to play with her? Am I going to be able to see her go to elementary school? Am I going to, all these, like, what's going to happen? It's just so heavy. And so really telling that story and telling those really raw and tough moments, I think, it's unfortunate that I have to do that, but that's where I find, a lot of people tend to donate because they feel that with them. Their kids are
Mhm.
in elementary school, or they're playing with their kids outside building snowmen. And I think about the patients now that I'm connected with, and they're like, I can't even get out of bed.
Oh,
I can't go to work because I can't make it there.
yeah.
There there's so many things that you think about that you take for granted, like being able to get up and go to work. Like, most people might loathe that. It's like, to me, I love it. I'm lucky that I get to go to work and be with my colleagues and have a good time. And yes, work is hard and all those things, but it's like,
Yeah.
wow, that's something I get to do. I don't have to do it. I get to do it. Just like the marathon, I don't have to do it. I get to do that. So that's
Yeah.
I
kind of the
love that
mentality that
mindset.
I really try and take forward. And so talking about those kinds of things and how hard it is to go and run 16 or whatever it is in your training, it's like that's nothing compared to what people are going through and the pain that they're in. Nothing.
You're putting a whole different perspective on this. Thank you for that. Like,
Yeah,
it's not just about the fundraising. It's not just about training. Just you
yeah,
got to flip the mindset. And
yeah.
I love how you're doing it for all the right reasons.
Yo, thanks.
Yeah, what a story so far. Like just truly I'm just like amazed right now. I'm blown away. And your energy and your positive vibes right now, it seems like you take that approach every day, just life in general. Like you
Yeah.
came on here, let's be honest, about 20 minutes late and you're like, I'm ready to go though. Let's go.
You're
Let's do
late,
this.
But hey, Eric knows about having kids and like what it's like.
Right.
He just had his one of his sons pop in and yeah
I
in
totally
in the
relate, but
microphone. Yeah.
yeah, I totally relate, but I love your positive energy all the time. You're like, I'm in here, I'm ready to go. Like,
Mhm.
you got it. So I love your vibe. Tell us right now, how is training going for this year's Boston Marathon?
So training, I mean, I feel like I was a little bit behind last year when I ran. I ended up in the hospital. I finished the race, but I ended up in the hospital because it was just so hot. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like the
That's
heat was
right.
way too much. So I don't like heat. And when it was training, I was training so much in the cold to then
Mhm.
that super hot day. So I ended up finishing, but ended up in the hospital. And so I was like burnt, like just done. Physically, emotionally, all those things. So I did more cross training and I think I should have run a little bit more. So I've just been a little bit behind as far as like pace and things.
Mhm.
And then it's also hard because I have treatment still, right? So like there's days where I go in and I'm running and so I have to like recalibrate my week according to what I might have
Mhm.
going on. But other than that, like I really can't complain, like I did my daughter plays hockey and we were up at J Peak and I ran 12 miles on that treadmill in that hotel and it was so freaking hot. But I have this mentality that it's like I don't have to do this. I get to do this. Like I
Yeah.
get to go and run this.
I've ran on that treadmill, by the way. It's not like
Have
the
you?
nicest treadmill. Yeah.
Eric, it shut off at 99 minutes, which is like
Oh
one of these like,
God.
oh, it shut off at 99 minutes. Oh, like for non-runners,
We're
it's like a
talking the one inside the J
love
Hotel,
it. Yeah.
right?
What?
The treadmill inside the J Hotel.
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
there's one that has one TV on it,
Yes.
and
What
this
are
is
the odds you've
ridiculous.
run on the same treadmill?
Probably 6 miles in, I'm like watching Star Wars, which I'm not a big Star Wars person, and also that is not a motivating thing. Like that's gonna happen all the time.
I can't
I
imagine.
spot batteries on the floor, and I'm like, oh my gosh, those are the batteries to the remote. Oh my gosh, I don't have to watch Star Wars. Like jump off, swap it up. And now I'm watching like CNN. No, not a good thing, right? Like I gotta find something else, but still managed to get the 12 in. That was the longest story ever. But yeah, I really can't complain outside like the, little minor injury situation I got going
And
on.
we have a rule here. It's called spare no details. So that
Okay.
story was awesome.
She's
Okay.
delivering already.
Yeah. So
I can't wait for you to come back.
yeah. So yeah, I can't complain. I really can't, like
Oh man.
yes, I wish I was running more outside, but we'll get back there. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Did you just say you're battling an injury right now too?
Yes. I
Oh, the knee. That's
the
right.
knee, yeah, the knee and the dog
Dog.
peeing on the floor where you slip and
It's
yeah.
hard to be mad at a puppy though. But
He's
I
real
get
cute, but he's been peeing a lot on the floor.
it.
So yeah, it's fine. It's
Oh.
fine. Yeah.
Well, let's get back into fundraising. What are some things you have coming up? What are you doing? Well, we already went over tips and tricks, but do you have anything coming up in
Have
the
you hit your
future?
goal already?
No, I haven't. I'm actually pretty far off. So I just finished doing some good Super Bowl squares, like brought in some good, like just straight cash, like for
Yes.
that, which is great. I'm a jewelry designer, so I also make jewelry. I'll make marathon earrings. I have these like blue and yellow heart, big
Oh,
chunky
cool.
ones.
That's so cute.
So I'll sell those and then I will also donate like 100% of anything that I'm bringing in during certain sales times. So, yeah, so that's probably the next push. And then I start
Is that one of your earrings right there that you made? You were
no,
just fiddling?
no,
No.
that's not. I was like, yeah. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, so I'm the jewelry, and then I'll start bringing out the stories again. Yeah, the photos and the stories, and just
Yeah.
telling that story. Yeah.
Where could people find this jewelry if they wanna buy some that they know, like,
Oh,
100% of it will go to the marathon fundraising?
so probably follow me on Instagram. It's AD Jewelry, all one word. That's where I sell, but I'm also in a couple stores as well.
Ooh,
So I work with some of those shops in and
That's
around Boston.
awesome.
Yeah. It's
You're
a
gonna be
fun side
fine.
business.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna
Yes.
crush this. What number is this Boston for you?
This
Was
is
it
number
4?
4. I've
Number
only
4.
run Boston. Yeah.
that's a
I
good marathon to keep going back to,
I
though.
know. It's
Especially
hard
being
because
like
Dana Farber,
so
it's
close.
like this team is just such a tight team, and it's,
Mm.
raising money for that organization. It's hard for me
Right.
to even think otherwise.
Are there any other people on your team who have run it multiple years like yourself? Like, have you
Oh,
made any good core friends that
Oh,
get to do
yeah,
it
for
again?
sure. For sure. So I actually don't do many of the long runs with the team. Like
Mhm.
I've done like 1, 2, like a season.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's a really active group on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, and still even texts. So they're all really great people, Unfortunately, we're all connected in this with this horrible disease.
Mhm.
I
Um,
need to drop a name.
drop
Do
a
you know
name.
Christina Cocoloto?
Yes, I do. She's my homie. Yeah, she's
Yes.
running
She's
like
amazing.
Tokyo. Yeah, she's a beast. Fun fact, she also has a French bulldog. Yep.
Ooh.
I don't
She's
know if
like,
we
"Oh
touched
I
yeah,
bet
upon
her
don't
that.
French
worry."
bulldog doesn't bust her knee, though.
Oh, no, but she's like, "That dog's gonna keep peeing all over. Like I've had my dog for years." I'm like, "Don't say that. Don't say
Oh,
that."
no.
So
Yeah.
so she's on a 6-star journey, but she's doing it with Dana Farber too. So do you see, like, could you go that road? Could you go
I
for the 6 stars for Dana
I
Farber?
mean, I would love that. I would really love that. I think it's a bit tough. It's a
Mhm.
bit tough. That's a lot to be training for.
Especially if you're in active treatment too, if you have to travel. I don't know how that if you get any, like, time off from treatments or if you'd have to get treatment abroad. How would that work?
So, no, I mean, my treatments are every 3 weeks, so
Oh, okay.
it's really not that bad, but then I also
Gotcha.
have scans and some other things, and then I work full time, so I
Yeah.
travel for work too, so that's, like it's trying to navigate all
Life.
that.
Life, yeah.
Um,
It's a lot.
yeah, and then, I have a young daughter, so I love going to see her hockey games and her swim meets and all of that, and so between working full time and all of that, it's a bit tricky to juggle, I think. I don't know. For me, I struggle with missing anything with my kid. Really like, it's a real struggle to, like, miss anything. Like, this
Yep.
past weekend, she had a game, and she scored her first goal, and it was like I mean, I'm freaking crying. I'm one of those people, though, like, I'm so lucky to see all these things, I never
Mhm.
thought I would see her play hockey, like, that was never even a dream.
Just
So
soaking in every moment. It's perfect.
yeah, so it's the mom guilt is, like, super real for me, so I don't know. Yeah.
Well, if you have to keep doing any marathon and it's Boston, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that she plays hockey, by the way.
Oh, is that a
I mean,
Bruins jersey?
Eric's yes, it is. He's a big fan.
She got her first penalty 2 weekends ago, and let me tell you, she's been a super timid player, and so she she tripped this girl, and I was like, "Yes! Oh my gosh, she's coming out of her shell. Yes, that's so amazing." And so I,
Yes.
like, ran over and, like, took the photo of her in the penalty box, and then also made sure she got out of the penalty box because the
Yeah.
refs aren't good about letting them out,
Oh,
after
no
they make
way.
the penalty.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's not our job, actually. You should have a penalty box person. I referee hockey.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
really? That's too funny.
Yeah, up
We
until this
actually
year, I did for quite a while.
Oh, amazing. We went
Yeah.
to our first Boston Fleet game yesterday.
No way.
Fun. Yeah, which was awesome. So,
That's
got
great.
on the Jumbotron, that was a highlight, Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. That's
Yeah.
so cool, and I'm so pumped, like, wow, you have so much energy. What a vibe. Like, energy for 8:15 at night. I'm only
Let's
typically
go.
used to
Eric,
me
let's
being the one.
go.
Well, I hope you have this energy on the race course on Marathon Monday. You better look out for us. We'll be at mile 19, and you need to
Okay.
let me know if you want any kind of snacky or a drink or something. I've got you covered. So
Yeah.
Okay.
you hit me up and let me know what you need as a little
Okay.
pick me up for the Newton Hills.
Amazing, amazing. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It was great meeting with you guys and
Hey,
chatting.
we're gonna meet again too. We're
Yeah,
gonna
let's
have you
do it.
back.
Let's do
Yes,
it.
I hope you come back in October for us and share more of that story. And like I said, spare no details.
Yes, and maybe I'll be on time, Eric. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll give you a free pass. Don't worry about it.
You got
Cool.
it.
You
You
bring enough
got it.
energy to make it all worth it.
Right on, right on.
Guys, that was awesome. I really hope you enjoyed that as much as I did because she was wicked awesome. Not only does she have a daughter who plays hockey, she's a runner, she's a breast cancer survivor. She's amazing. Go check it out in the show notes to find her links for fundraising. Go buy her jewelry, do it all. And Keane on the On the Runs podcast. You're wicked awesome, man. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you. Great meeting you guys.
Great meeting you, Anne.